It's another day of cloud cover here in south central Wisconsin, but we'll tell you when we may see more sunshine.
Plus, Governor Evers' extended safer-at-home order goes into effect today. What changes it's bringing to local businesses.
And protesters are expected to gather at the Capitol to protest that extension, why they say it's not right for everyone. Good morning, folks, and happy Friday. Thanks for joining us on your April 24th. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Spreiter. Let's start right away with a live look at the state capitol this morning. We want to start with that right away, where later today, another protest against Governor Tony Evers' extension of his safer-at-home order is expected to take place. That order was supposed to expire today before the governor extended it another month with some changes. Christina Laurie joins us live to explain. Christina, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh. Round 2 of the governor's order allows more businesses to reopen and activities to resume. However, people are still strongly encouraged to stay close to home and not travel to second homes, cabins, or anywhere out of state. Locally, you will notice several changes, though. According to the new order, public libraries can now provide curbside pickup of books and other materials, but the Madison Public Library says it is still in the planning stages of this. Golf courses may reopen again, but you'll have to schedule and pay for tee times online or over the phone, and clubhouses and pro shops must stay closed. Starting today, non-essential businesses like clothing stores can partially reopen and offer minimum basic operations like deliveries and curbside pickup. Here is what's not changing. All of the state's public and private K-12 schools will stay closed through the rest of the school year. Gyms, salons, and tattoo parlors remain closed, so do restaurant dining rooms. State health officials still have the right to close parks and public spaces if people aren't using them properly, practicing safe social distancing. The state's tribal nations are still in charge of making their own rules as well. This version of the safer-at-home order will remain in effect until 8 a.m. on May 26th. That is the Tuesday after Memorial Day, and that's cause for concern for Wisconsinites who fear the continuation of this order will really hurt the state's economy. We will hear from them ahead at 5:30, Josh.
Christina, thank you. That rally to reopen the state is planned to take place at 1 o'clock this afternoon outside the Capitol building. The demonstration will be led by two groups, Reopen Wisconsin and Wisconsinites Against Excessive Quarantine. Organizers say the safer-at-home order has had a devastating effect on the state's economy, forcing local businesses to reduce operations or shut down altogether. The protesters are asking for the safer-at-home order to be re-evaluated, saying it should not affect more rural parts of the state when a majority of the cases are in urban areas.
Today's protest will also feature a change of scenery, thanks to some counter-protesters who visited the Capitol last night. Take a look at this. They installed more than 1,300 candles. These are at the west entrance stairs of the Capitol facing State Street. Those counter-protesters say the candles represent every person in Wisconsin who's been hospitalized because of the virus.
We're really putting all those frontline workers at risk, so it makes me sad knowing that people want to get together en masse protesting to reopen the state when what we've done has worked so well here in Wisconsin.
Quite an interesting visual there. According to the group, healthcare workers will also be at the rally, protesting against the protesters to highlight public safety.
When companies do start to reopen, a Madison tech company says it'll be offering some new technologies to ensure that workplaces are properly cleaned. The program is called Deep Clean Assurance. It's put together by AkitaBox. The cloud-based software will give custodial teams digital floor plans to access specific cleaning routes, customize checklists, and identify specific items that must be cleaned.
We are really excited about this product because we think that it's really going to help our communities when it's time to get back to normal, whatever that time is, that this product is going to be a key piece of that. And we are just really excited that we could help meet that need.
AkitaBox says the program will be driven by disinfection guidelines from the CDC and the EPA.
Right now, Walmart and the website Nextdoor are making it easier for neighbors to help each other during this pandemic. They're jointly launching a new program called Neighbors Helping Neighbors. Members of Nextdoor can now request assistance or offer to help someone in their community with their shopping at their local Walmart. Members can coordinate pickup and delivery for groceries, medications, and other essential items.
I think that's a great idea. Well, here's something that may interest you. You might be getting a call from state health officials soon as they ramp up tracing of coronavirus cases. As they do that, the state may call you if you've been in the same area as someone who's tested positive for the virus. Health officials now confirm more than 5,000 cases of COVID-19 here in Wisconsin. 11 more people have died from complications related to the virus, bringing the new death toll in the state to 258. With those updated totals, the State Department of Health Services says about 5% of the people who get the virus here in Wisconsin die from it.
There is a new interactive tool out of the UW this morning that's going to help your family track coronavirus cases in your zip code. Researchers at the UW School of Medicine are teaming up with local health officials to gather data about how susceptible residents are to coronavirus. That data breaks down the number of people in a zip code that could develop severe complications. It's all based on risk factors identified by the CDC. We have a link to that project up on channel3000.com.
All right, 5 minutes past the hour right now. Chris Reese in for Hattie this morning. Almost a little sticky out there this morning, a little summer-like.
Yes, humidity is certainly up. I love that you pointed that out. And it's also keeping the moisture around that leads to the fog that we have out there this morning. Visibility is getting better for folks, but nonetheless, the fog is still there. 4-mile visibility in Madison right now. Monroe, that visibility has come up. So now we're at 2.5-mile visibility there. Kenosha and Racine, they were at 2-mile visibility. They're now up to 3. So things are overall getting better. That's because the clouds are actually lifting up into the air. But we're also watching some showers that are trying to move in. Here's our overall setup. We still have this stationary front just back towards the south and west and an area of low pressure that's going to be moving along that front as we go through today. That's going to keep those showers around for southern parts of the area, not just through today, but into tonight and into your Saturday too. And ultimately it keeps the cloud cover around until Sunday. That's when we'll see the return of some sunshine around here. Here's Doppler track right now as we continue to track those showers and thunderstorms. Areas in western Dane County, you're now getting in on some of that. So Mount Horeb over towards Cross Plains, you're going to be waking up to some showers right now. Lone Rock, those showers are starting to move away from you. Richland Center, you still had it. You work your way over towards Honey Creek, and, well, the showers are starting to knock on your door. But most of the shower activity, folks, that stays towards our south today. There's this cluster of showers that also has the lightning and thunder embedded with it. That's moving towards Davenport, Iowa today. Get this, that's going to stay along and south of I-80. Most of the rain chances today will stay just south of the state line. 39 right now. It is beautiful out, by the way. 43 as you work your way towards Janesville, 41 in Mineral Point and Platteville. Here's how the day should go for us. This is 12 o'clock. Temperatures are right at 49 degrees. We'll keep the cloud cover around. Future track tries to clear us out. I expect more cloud cover, but we'll still see those temperatures into the mid-50s. More clouds overnight tonight with those shower chances pretty much along and south of I-94. We'll see temperatures into the upper 50s tomorrow before we see a return of some sunshine into your Sunday, and that comes with temperatures close to 60 degrees. We make it into the low 60s by the time you get towards Monday, and we're warming up from there, folks, by next Friday. How about sunshine and temperatures near 67?
Oh, it's about time, Chris. We've really struggled to get into the 60s.
We have. The one day that I remember in this, well, it's not even in the forecast, it's from the past, but we had a sunny and 75 day
I remember
a couple of weeks ago. I'm ready for more of those.
Hard to forget. All right, thank you, Chris.
Let's do it. All right.
6:08 now. Good news for anybody this morning itching to get outside. Maybe you have a hiking trip planned out west like me. President Trump plans to reopen national parks in the near future. Places like the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone have been closed for weeks due to an increase in tourists during the pandemic. The plan is for the parks to open gradually. The Hill reports the White House will release details on how exactly that's going to work in the coming days.
You were pretty excited about that this morning.
Best news I've gotten all week.
Well, summer camp organizers, meantime, well, they're thinking about how they're going to keep their summer camps up and running. The president of the YMCA of Dane County says he's already surpassed the average number of kids signed up for summer camp this year. Right now, they're making plans on how to incorporate social distancing and what safety measures they'll need to have in place.
Kids need to have some social aspects, and they miss their friends. So having a summer camp is really an important aspect, I think. And as long as we can do it safely, our intention is to move forward.
Westover says the most difficult thing about summer camps are dealing with trying to be proactive, not knowing what's around the corner, but that the YMCA will follow all CDC guidelines, whatever those may be, by the time that camp starts in June. So make sure to keep checking your summer camp's website for the most up-to-date information on what to expect in the coming months. Well, you're taking a look right now at a beach in Cadiz, Spain, that is currently empty, but that's not going to stay that way for long. That's because this weekend, for the first time in 6 weeks, children in that country will be allowed to leave their homes. Since mid-March, kids have only been allowed to leave home to accompany adults to trips to essential businesses. According to NPR, parents and pediatric groups have been protesting this order, saying the kids need to leave the house for their emotional and physical well-being.
Bit of a tease looking at that, knowing we're waking up at 39 degrees right now.
Looks pretty nice.
I'm going to say I could be on a beach right now and I wouldn't be complaining, that's for sure. 6:10 on a Friday morning. Let's take a quick look at your traffic maps, and we start with a look at Dane County. No real issues to talk about as most people are staying home with the stay-at-home order in place. Look at your drive times right now. 25 minutes from Janesville to the Beltline. Well, still head for us on this Friday morning. The Packers make a surprising pick in round 1 of the NFL draft, bringing in a new quarterback. We'll hear from the team's general manager coming up.
And decreases in production and economic struggles are heavily affecting our farmers here in Wisconsin. How they say the governor can help out.
All right, time right now is 6:10 on a Friday morning, heading into the weekend. Don't go anywhere, folks. News 3 Now this morning. We'll be back right after this.
Medical bills, missed time at work, life-changing injuries, household expenses. When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. But we've dedicated our personal injury law firm to help take this crippling burden off your back. Habush, Habush & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. During Safer at Home, we've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
New Colgate Optic White Renewal removes 10 years of yellow stains. That's like all the way back to 2010.
Do the doggy!
Remove 10 years of yellow stains with new Colgate Optic White Renewal.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it.
And it's our job to protect it.
Because the best people to fight for our communities
are those within them.
So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon, we're here to help with the community-driven promise.
Welcome back. Just about 6:14 right now. We're following an update to breaking news this morning as Madison police say they've received multiple calls reporting shots fired overnight. Those calls came in just after 11 o'clock. Police were called to the intersection of South Ingersoll and Jennifer Streets near Orton Park. Witnesses told officers they heard 2 gunshots and saw a gray 4-door sedan with Illinois plates leaving that area. As of right now, no injuries or property damage has been reported. Both houses of Congress have now approved the latest measure to prop up the U.S. economy, passing in the House on a 388-5 vote. The $484 billion package includes money for the newly created Paycheck Protection Program, which will help small businesses stay afloat with forgivable loans. It now goes to the president, who says he will sign it. Now, this comes as an additional 4.4 million Americans filed for benefits last week, bringing the total number of jobs lost in 5 weeks to about 26 million.
Over the state line in Rochelle is shutting down this morning due to a coronavirus outbreak. Public health officials there say roughly half of their COVID cases can be linked back to that plant. The closure will allow for a thorough cleaning of the plant and give some time for more employees to be tested. The company says those employees will continue to get paid during the closure.
Well, the United Food and Commercial Workers International Union now says more than 5,000 meat and food processing workers have been infected with or exposed to the coronavirus. That union represents 80% of beef and pork production in the U.S. and 40% of poultry. According to Reuters, employees in meat production facilities often face shoulder-to-shoulder working conditions. Union members say for them, social distancing is almost impossible. Meat processors say that they've been bleaching facilities and installing dividers between employees for safety, but workers say that's still not enough. With nearly a quarter of pork production now shut down, the U.S. is growing closer to possible meat shortages. Bloomberg News reports that meat prices are surging due to those production disruptions. Prices on some pork products are now up 137% from last week. Business leaders in the restaurant industry say that they're currently working to stockpile meat products. And pig farmers say because of the decrease to production, they're being forced to euthanize their animals. Farmers in Minnesota anticipate they may be forced to put down as many as 200,000 pigs in the coming weeks.
This is yet another blow to the already struggling food production industry. Here in Wisconsin, in the dairy industry, farmers are estimating a $66 million loss just between February and March. Wisconsin's other key commodities like soybeans and cranberries are also feeling that impact. Organizations that support those industries are now writing to the governor asking for his help in the form of $50 million in federal money given to the state in the CARES Act.
Agriculture is Wisconsin. Take a drive in the countryside. Look at the tapestry of Wisconsin, the contours, the small farms that dot everywhere. If you figure Wisconsin agriculture being one of the pillars of the state's economy, it's a relatively small ask.
Federal guidelines dictate how the $1.9 billion the state will get can be spent. A spokesperson for the governor says he's working to see if that can be done, along with other support for ag. Meanwhile, members of the community are coming together to help support their local farmers. 700 gallons of Prairie Farms milk has been donated to families in the Platteville area. The idea came from Brad Collins and Tina Hake at Allegiant Oil. The milk is going to places like the Cassville and Cuba City school districts, along with the Platteville Food Pantry. And this is something a lot of area organizations are stepping up to do. I don't know if you've heard of the 100-gallon challenge. Sounds like the Hazel Green 4-H Club is stepping up to do that, as well as some folks in the Madison area.
Oh, we got to prop up those farmers right now and the families who are in need. Love seeing stories like this. I really do. But there are also a lot of changes happening, of course. For example, the Madison Night Market is pivoting from its planned 2020 season opener next month to a virtual event. On its Facebook page, market organizers say the in-person event scheduled on May 14th will be transitioned online. They didn't share specifics, but said they're hoping to share more through Facebook soon. As of right now, other night market dates, June 11th, August 13th, and September 10th, are still happening as planned.
It's a very popular event here in Madison.
All right, 6:18 right now. Chris in for Hattie, and it looks like those rain showers kind of knocking on our doorsteps this morning.
Indeed, they certainly are, especially as you work your way towards southwestern portions of Dane County. We've been tracking these showers really towards the west pretty much all morning long. Now they are somewhat trying to move in. So areas towards Lone Rock, as you work your way towards Richland Center, that's where the shower chances are really starting to wind down. Now here we are in western Dane Dane County, Cross Plains, Mount Horeb, over towards Fitchburg and Verona. We have a rain shower starting to move on in. I'll have to walk outside after this just to make sure that this is actually reaching the ground. So keep that in mind if you're headed out earlier on this morning. The bulk of the rain activity, that stays well towards our south as we go through today. So this right now is a look at the showers and thunderstorms that we do have over parts of eastern Iowa. Notice how a lot of that is concentrated right along I-80. That's where the heaviest of the rain will stay as we go through today. 39 our temperature in Madison right now, 35 in the Dells, 40 as you work your way over towards Lone Rock. Oh, look how we have clouded up in town. Look for rain showers to continue through the next couple of hours. We'll be at 49 by the time we get you towards lunch.
All right, Chris, thank you. Trending this morning, there's been a lot of reaction overnight to the Packers making a surprise move in the first round of the NFL draft, trading up to draft a quarterback. Even though Aaron Rodgers is under contract as one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league for 4 more seasons, the Packers drafted Utah State's Jordan Love last night, trading up 4 spots in the draft to get him. Draft experts are giving the Packers good grades for the pick overnight, but the pick is still trending this morning, with some people saying, quote, "Someone check on Aaron Rodgers." The Packers GM says he hasn't talked to Rodgers about it yet.
I haven't connected with Aaron yet, but he's obviously been through this, and he's a pro, and I think it's it's certainly this is something that is a long-term decision.
Now, Rodgers is 36 years old right now, the same age Brett Favre was when the Packers took Rodgers in the first round of the 2005 NFL Draft. Commissioner Roger Goodell will be on CBS this morning talking about the draft and how they're planning for the upcoming season, including the possibility of playing without fans.
What a prime age, 36. Wouldn't you agree, Chris?
That's a great age. I absolutely agree. But yeah, Rodgers is on the tail end of his career. I think he's got a few more elite seasons left. One of the losers in some of the boards that I was reading this morning has Rodgers as one of the losers of the draft last night, since the Packers didn't pick up any weapons for him or some more protection on the O-line or another key member of the defense. Thinking long-term, though, like the GM said, might not be a bad move to have a quarterback in the wings waiting for when Rodgers does retire.
Very strategic and a little bit of a deja vu situation. We saw this with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers 15 years ago. Very interesting.
6:21 right now. Coming up, we have the winner of yesterday's Safe at Home Challenge. Plus, look ahead to this weekend's Tasty Challenge.
And in our next half hour, we're learning more about why protesters say that the governor's extension of the Safer at Home order is making things worse for some Wisconsinites.
It's 6:21 right now. Stay with us. There's more News 3 Now this morning, right after this.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
At Govan Cars, your safety is our #1 priority. We are taking necessary precautions to clean and sanitize all of our vehicles and facilities. With prices being at an all-time low, we are able to sell these cars well below market value. So hurry in today and take advantage of these once-in-a-lifetime low prices. Call to schedule an appointment and ask for Crystal the Pistol Govan. Go to Govan Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Govan, GovanCars.com.
Americans have been cutting the lawn for hundreds of years, but with TurfBot, the future of mowing is now. Our quiet, all-electric robotic mowers work around the clock to keep your lawn trimmed 24/7. That means less time spent mowing and more time spent enjoying. Equipped with LED headlights, auto-stop sensors, and anti-theft GPS devices, our mowers run safely with no supervision. Come home to a freshly mowed lawn every day for as little as $30 a week. Call today and get free installation when you sign up. TurfBot, on the cutting edge.
We live here, just like you. We have families, friends, and neighbors we care about, just like you. Since 1930, Grand Appliance has supported our local communities, and we aren't stopping now. We're open to serve you and offering an extra 5% off most purchases during these uncertain times. Visit our website day or night, where we've expanded live chat, email, and phone support. We'll deliver curbside, drop off at your front door, or deliver and install. We are Grand Appliance and TV.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
For almost 50 years, we've built trust within our communities by making customer delight our top priority. That trust allows us to improve lives one home at a time. During this challenging time, we want to make sure your needs are being met without stress by offering 2-for-1 windows with no interest and no payments for 1 year. So go ahead, visit us online, or call now from the comfort of home.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering current Chevy owners OnStar Crisis Assist services and complimentary Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. It's just our way of doing our part.
6:24, time to take a look at some of our entries for yesterday's Safe at Home Challenge.
All right, our first runner-up has a great way to improve your game. They're practicing trick shots out in the backyard. I'm not sure what kind of trick shots there are, but as we mentioned earlier, there's a trampoline involved. So Josh Sprider and I got excited.
That's all I can see.
Yes.
He's definitely having fun. That's for sure. I'm not sure what he's doing either, but hey, more power to you, young man. So here's the winner this morning. These folks are spending some time outside catching butterflies in the park.
Something you're pretty familiar with, Chris.
Oh, yeah. My girls love catching critters outside.
What a girl dad.
Yeah.
Congrats to today's winner. We're going to be sending you a gift card to a local business.
Now, for this weekend's challenge, we think it's a good time for a pizza party. So send us a picture of you and your family enjoying a slice of pizza from your favorite local pizza parlor.
Sounds good to me. Just head to our website, channel3000.com/safeathome to send in your submissions.
All right. We have some showers moving in this morning. We'll keep those chances around for the next couple of hours. We're at 49 by the time we get you towards 12 o'clock, but we're looking at temperatures that'll top out into the mid-50s today. We'll talk when more sunshine could be in the picture coming up a little after 6:30.
At the sound of that, thank you very much, Chris. Stay with us. The last half hour of News 3 Now this morning continues after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get the Barnes 4-Step Lawn Care Program by scheduling a free consult with a Barnes licensed lawn care professional. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. We are Barnes. Get started today at barnesinc.net.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? A cool breeze on a scorching day, a cozy corner on a cold night, or knowing every room of the house is as inviting as the next? Comfort means more than just the temperature, and the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable, like cool cash rebates of up to $1,650. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Call your factory authorized dealer. General Heating and Air Conditioning, protecting your home and business since 1946.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Many of you still need to be on the road right now. Toyota is here to help.
We're offering an incredible 0% on our most popular Toyotas. That's 0% on Camry, 0% on RAV4, or 0% on Tacoma. Plus, Toyota will defer your payments for up to 90 days. And if you need service for your current vehicle, our service centers remain open.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
Does your battery deliver extra life or extra power?
Extra life.
Extra power.
Extra life. Extra power. Extra life. Life. Power. Extra life.
No need to argue. Versus Coppertop, Duracell Optimum delivers extra life in some devices or extra power in others.
Why O-Cedar? Because when I get home, we like to play crocodile on the floor.
O-Cedar Easy Ring removes over 99% of bacteria, even with just water. Easy and truly clean floors. O-Cedar, it feels great to feel at home.
Are you nervous about leaving your parents' phone plan?
You got this, dude.
You could have.
It's just a plan.
Nope.
Individual plan phobia.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. We got your back.
Switch to your own plan at US Cellular and get $400 back.
Plan phobia?
Mm-hmm.
They got your back.
Switch and get $400 back. Only at U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Get the Barnes 4-Step Lawn Care Program by scheduling a free consult with a Barnes licensed lawn care professional. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. We are Barnes. Get started today at barnesinc.net.
Showers are moving into Dane County right now. We'll tell you when they may be knocking on your doorstep in a few minutes.
Plus, Governor Evers' Safer at Home order extension is now in effect this morning. What this means for you and your business and why people are against it. Good morning and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on this Friday, April 24th. I'm Josh Breiter.
I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynch. I hope your Friday is starting out well. You are about to take a live look at the state capitol this morning. Today was supposed to mark the end of Governor Evers' Safer at Home order. But as we found out over the past month, things can change pretty quickly.
The governor extended that order for another month last week. And while it's being challenged in court, as of now, that order runs in through after Memorial Day. It's still being met with a lot of resistance, though, and this morning, Christina Laurie is looking into that. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning. A group of Wisconsinites is planning to hold what it's calling a freedom rally today, the same day the governor's initial emergency order was slated to expire. The demonstration will be led by two groups, Reopen Wisconsin and Wisconsinites Against Excessive Quarantine. Both groups have thousands of followers on their social media pages. They say this movement is a direct response to the state's stay-at-home orders, and it's similar to protests we've seen all week long in other cities nationwide. In his new order, Evers loosened some restrictions here in Wisconsin, but organizers of today's rally say the Safer at Home order has had a devastating effect on Wisconsin's economy, as many local businesses have been forced to either reduce operations significantly or completely shut down. They say the number of COVID-19 cases is highest in urbanized areas of the state like Madison and shouldn't be applied the same everywhere else. They also cite the fact that this version of the order extends through Memorial Day weekend as especially devastating for local businesses, restaurants, and hotels. Today's rally is scheduled to take place at 1 o'clock outside the Capitol building. Governor Evers says the Capitol grounds have always been part of exercising First Amendment rights, although he is encouraging anyone who attends to practice safe social distancing.
Christina Laurie live from her home this morning. Christina, thank you. With the order extension starting today, you can expect some of those changes that come along with it. Golf courses are now allowed to open, but it won't be your typical tee time experience. Oak Ridge and Milton will require their golfers to practice social distancing. Owner Andrea Weiland says the transition won't be easy, but we have to remember the bigger picture.
Choices we make as a community is affecting everyone in the community.
So I don't want golf to be the bad example out there, like that we're, not following orders.
Another course making changes is at Odana Hills. That course will be roped off, including the driving range and putting green. Golfers won't be able to use their carts or go into the clubhouse either, so they've added porta potties. Groups larger than 4 people won't be allowed. The updated order will also let non-essential businesses do curbside pickup. This includes clothing stores, arts and craft shops, and libraries. Madison Public Library locations are still coming up with a system for curbside pickup, so those services won't be available today. The library is still working on hours of operation, how they could deliver books between libraries, and ways to keep staff and library goers safe and healthy.
There are now more than 5,000 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Wisconsin. 250 people have died. One of the places we're keeping an eye on this morning is a long-term care facility out in Grant County. Officials say Orchard Manor in Lancaster has 17 of the county's 26 cases. 11 of those cases are residents. Another 6 are employees. Grant County has seen 3 people die from the virus, but health officials wouldn't say whether any of them are tied to Orchard Manor. Now, we already know that older folks with underlying health conditions are some of the most vulnerable. The Wall Street Journal is reporting about 1 out of every 5 COVID deaths in the U.S. has been nursing home residents. NPR says some of those facilities are now looking for temporary immunity from potential civil lawsuits. Advocates say nursing homes don't want to be held liable for deaths that were beyond their control because of testing and PPE shortages.
Today, Illinois will become the latest state to extend stay-at-home orders. Governor J.B. Pritzker will sign an extension to push the order through May 30th with some modifications. Starting May 1st, the state will require everybody to wear a face mask. Similar to Wisconsin, Illinois will gradually start to reopen some non-essential businesses, including golf courses. Illinois has nearly 37,000 confirmed cases of coronavirus compared to Wisconsin's 5,000 cases. And as more states move to extend their stay-at-home orders, others are partially ending theirs. In Georgia, bowling alleys, tattoo parlors, and hair and nail salons can start reopening today. President Trump originally supported Governor Brian Kemp's decision, but changed his view on Wednesday. The president's current reopening guidelines say states should have a downward trajectory of COVID-19 cases over 2 weeks and have the ability to treat and test all patients and healthcare workers. Georgia hasn't accomplished either.
Hair salons are still closed here in Wisconsin, and a lot of us are trying to stay away from picking up the scissors and cutting our own hair right now. Any hairstylist will tell you that your best option is just to wait until salons reopen. But for those of you who just can't take it anymore, the owner of Urban Indigo Hair Salon, Courtney Wacker, has some advice.
Please don't use kitchen scissors.
Advice Chris Stanford is not taking this morning.
I tried cutting my hair a few weeks ago because it was getting too shaggy. I used whatever scissors were laying around.
Oh,
not a great idea.
Buddy.
So now I'm just going to let it go and wait until those places open back up.
It's looking pretty suave so far. It's not bad, Chris.
Thanks.
For those of you whose main issue is hair coloring right now, Wacker recommends root spray to touch up on those grays or grown-out roots. She says to avoid home highlighting kits, at-home bleach kits, or box color. We have a long list with more tips and product recommendations from Wacker. Those are up on channel3000.com.
Yeah, I got a little risky last night and tried to get the fade going, but I think one's a little shorter than the other. Chris, I know you've been waiting for your haircut too. Yeah.
Yes, my last haircut was like March 11th, somewhere around there. I have not gotten a haircut since, and typically I do it every 10 days. So we're just going to let it grow and see what happens by the time we get towards the end of this.
You should have taken like a before and after picture.
I should have done that. That would have been a good one. The facial hair, though, I got to keep tame. They wouldn't let me on TV without it. All right. Now, we've had some fog out there earlier on. We're also going to be tracking some shower chances as we go through today. In fact, this is our station camera right now. You can see some of the raindrops on it as the rain has arrived right now here at the station. Clouds stick around for all of us as we go through today. The showers will only be for some of us, so not everyone gets in on the shower activity. It's a cold shower too. Temperatures in Madison, they're right around 39 degrees. Winds are coming out of the north at 7 miles per hour as well. But at the same time, it's a relatively small area being impacted by the showers right now. I want to zoom in on Dane County. Here's where we're seeing those showers move in. Cross Plains is getting in on showers right now. Mount Horeb, they're moving away. Fitchburg and Verona and Middleton, we're seeing a shower. And a lot of this is oddly enough passing just south of the capital, downtown. So as you work your way closer towards Stoughton or down into Fulton and Evansville and Milton, this is where the shower is going to be headed as we go through time. We'll watch for some additional showers to develop later on through the morning. But we do have the stationary front in play with an area of low pressure moving along it. That's going to be responsible for some of the shower chances later on this afternoon, and then into your Saturday as well. We're going to be watching that southern tier of the area once again to see that chance for some showers and thunderstorms. This is lunchtime today. Temperatures will be right around 49. We'll top out into the mid-50s. Those clouds really increase again overnight tonight. That leads to more chances for those showers around as we head into your Saturday, but by Saturday afternoon, we'll see temperatures in the upper 50s, and we've all been waiting for more sunshine. That comes our direction on Sunday, and it's not just sunshine, but the warmer temperatures too. 58 for Sunday, 60s arrive early next week. By the way, Monday starts off sunny, and then we'll see those chances for rain Monday evening through Wednesday.
All right, Chris, thank you. I'm following a new development just in this morning on a story we first brought you on Monday. Milwaukee police officer Michael Mattioli is now free after posting a $50,000 bail. Multiple agencies responded to his home near 45th and Cleveland Sunday morning. A 25-year-old was found unresponsive there and was hospitalized with serious injuries. Mattioli is a 13-year veteran of that department and was off duty at the time of the incident. The 32-year-old was booked on tentative charges of first-degree reckless injury and strangulation. No word yet on the 25-year-old's condition this morning. We have breaking news just into the newsroom within the last hour. Columbia Crime Stoppers say they will be giving Miss Carly Rice her $500 reward for helping turn in 2 escaped inmates from the Columbia Correctional Institution. You'll remember Thomas Deering and James Newman showed up at her Rockford nonprofit last Friday after escaping from Wisconsin's maximum security prison in Portage. She originally was told she wouldn't get the reward since she called 911 instead of Crime Stoppers.
6:39 right now. The second and third rounds of the NFL draft are tonight, but it's what the Packers did last night with their first-round pick that has people talking this morning. The team ended up trading up in the draft and made a bit of a surprise pick.
With the 26th pick in the 2020 NFL draft, the Green Bay Packers select Jordan Love, quarterback, Utah State.
All right, get used to that name, Jordan Love. A lot of folks thought that the team needed an offensive lineman, maybe a wide receiver for Rodgers, maybe another key component on defense, but they got a backup for Aaron Rodgers. The Pack traded up to get that Jordan Love, who's 6'4" and 225. He threw for a little over 3,400 yards last season, 20 touchdowns, 17 picks. No Badgers selected in the first round last night, but we got 6 rounds to go, so a few of them will for sure fly off the board. We will learn more, of course, about who the Packers will select tonight in the second and third rounds.
Hot take from Chris. He thinks this isn't a bad move.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. You know, eventually Aaron Rodgers will retire. This is not like an immediate need kind of thing, but it would have been nice to see them pick up some offensive help for Aaron Rodgers as he comes into the tail end of his prime.
The tail end of his prime,
yes.
folks.
I think he's got 2 or 3 elite years left.
A lot of people on Twitter agree with you. They were interested in this.
Yeah. Of course, if it doesn't work out, then it's a waste of a first-round pick. But
that's true. We'll find out.
I'm optimistic.
The draft, of course, entirely online this year as a precaution against the coronavirus. And it's making the nation's top infectious disease expert pretty happy. Dr. Anthony Fauci made a video appearance during the draft to thank the league for making some adjustments.
I'm pleased to say, and I want to commend those involved in these decisions to show that we can have something as important as that in a way that safeguards the life, the safety, and the health of the American public by doing the kind of...
Fauci also took the opportunity to remind folks to continue staying home, adding he's hopeful the U.S. can go back to watching football soon.
I think it went off really well, glitch-free, and under the circumstances, pretty good. And just to have some sports to talk about. We haven't had anything to sports to talk about for a couple of months, so it's great to have some new content.
I think it's good for the viewers, too. They can get a little bit more involved. It's a little bit more interactive. Not a bad idea.
No, not at all. Glad to see it go so well, and it'll continue later this evening.
Very true.
Josh?
All right, coming up on 642 right now, let's take a look at your traffic. And no crashes out there. There were some lane closures on the Beltline overnight, so you might have a few slowdowns there. Not seeing anything on the traffic maps, though. As far as Janesville goes, Rock County, no real problems to talk about. Everything in the green as far as drive times this morning. Let's take a live look outside right now on a Friday morning. We do have a few rain showers. Looks like the camera has some droplets on it this morning. We will talk more about that and Chris's forecast coming up here in just a little bit.
Plus, we're taking a minute to thank the folks on the front lines this morning, and you know that includes our dairy farmers here in Wisconsin. We got a special shout out to them coming up next on News 3 Now this morning.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Call ASAP Heating and Cooling, serving the Spring Green area.
Call and ask about a free estimate from Cardinal Heating Sun Prairie.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts
accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. And with great deals available, there's never been a better time to buy at your local dealership. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
You have 33 years of memories in this house, the most valuable things you will ever own. And that is why we exist.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
Together, we can do this. Our spirit is what unites us. It is what bonds us and reminds us we are all one. Which is why if you need a vehicle during this time, we are offering 0% financing for 84 months with no payments for 90 days. And the ability to shop and buy from the safety of your home. Better days are ahead, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram will help you drive forward.
When VP Mike Pence visited Madison, News 3 Now scored the exclusive.
We asked him about testing supply shortages. We're confident that we have a sufficient amount of testing.
For more local news that impacts your life, choose News 3 Now.
During these tough times, all of us at News 3 Now would like to thank every one of the doctors, nurses, medical staff, and first responders throughout our community.
Please know that your efforts are recognized and greatly appreciated.
Welcome back here at News 3 Now. We, of course, want to thank all of the people in our community making a difference during this time of uncertainty.
So lots of those folks are farmers, and we can't highlight them enough here on News 3 Now this morning. So I wanted to give a shout out to actually some of my own family. You're about to see my aunt and uncle, Janice and Wayne Grimm. They're dairy farmers just outside of Highland, and you can see right there, they're trying to spread a little bit of hope to their fellow farmers.
I love this, and it's your, I love that connection too. It's your aunt and uncle. I mean, that's your hometown. I think we all need a little bit of hope right now, and those little messages, I think, really go a long way.
You'll learn, Chris, I am constantly trying to get more dairy stories onto the air here.
As you should be, as we all should be.
Yeah, so glad to see my aunt and uncle up there. They're working hard. They're providing food for the rest of us during these tough times, and they're going through a tough time themselves.
Yeah, thank you, and we're thinking about you.
Yeah, today we're also thanking the Mercy Health Radiation Oncology team. This picture is great. Look at this. They're following social distancing, of course, and they're all decked out in their personal protective gear.
Pretty inspiring there. To all the essential workers and farmers and everybody working to make a difference for us right now, we want to take a minute and thank you for what you're doing for us.
Absolutely. Hey, we had some showers headed our way this morning, and they are knocking on the doorstep. Chris Reese, where are those showers right now?
Right now, they're here at the station, and we're watching a lot of those showers really focusing over central parts of Dane County, and then they're going to continue to push their way towards the east and southeast as we go through time. Here's weather track right now, but I want to focus in right on where we are here in Madison. These areas of showers have already moved through places towards the north and west. I almost dropped a water bottle, if you all heard that, but I caught it, so we're good. Cross Plains over towards Waunakee, you are getting ready to get in on a little bit of a heavier shower. It's not going to last all that long. Fitchburg, these showers are starting to move out now. These are going to head over towards Stoughton and then eventually over towards Koshkonong, Milton, and places in northern Rock County. The bulk of the shower activity, that stays well to our south as we go through today, but temperatures will begin to gradually warm up. We're at 39 now. As we look ahead, we'll see those temperatures bouncing up towards 49 by lunchtime and perhaps the mid-50s for today's highs.
Thanks, Chris. Coming up in the Sprint, a new study shows the impact coronavirus is having on first responders and healthcare workers.
But first, it's April 24th. We want to say happy birthday to this cutie, Colton,
and
all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us here on News 3 Now this morning. We're back after this.
Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs. Please join Madison Magazine, News 3 Now, and Channel 3000 in supporting local businesses. For a complete list of vendors, options, and hours of operation, go to MadisonMagazine.com. Thank you for supporting local businesses.
It's time to freshen up around your yard. This year, don't struggle with bulky bags of mulch. Call JR.
JR's mulch sales, spread it around.
In this challenging time, Wisconsin's dairy farmers remain committed to your well-being.
We're still in the barns every day, producing real, nutritious milk for your table, and products like cheese, yogurt, butter, ice cream, and more.
We're all in this together, and our passion for feeding Wisconsin's communities is stronger than ever.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Hey Wisconsin, it's tough times right now. Fearing's audio-video security normally focuses on providing technology solutions, but right now it's self-care.
Things like establishing a routine, getting outside every day, getting a good night's sleep, taking time for meditation or prayer, and just think about what you're grateful for. We can do this together. Visit UnitedMadison.com/help. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio-Video Security and United Madison.
The law offices of Gingras, Thompson, and Walks are here to support our community through this challenging time. We thank everyone bringing invaluable services to our neighbors. The Gingras, Thompson, and Walks team remains available to assist in any way.
How's the stress in your home? Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place, Apple Wellness. We are doing 40% off on all CBD products this week through Saturday. It's something small that we could do to support our community. CBD has helped thousands of our customers find relief, and at 40% off, there's never been a better time. No need to leave the house with our live chat option on our website and free same-day delivery for our Dane County customers. Stop by one of our 4 locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
It is 6:51 right now, and time for the morning sprint.
We start with the latest on the governor's Safer at Home order this morning. It was supposed to expire today before the governor extended it another month. The new order is still being challenged in court. As of now, it is in place, but with some changes. Curbside pickup will now be allowed for non-essential businesses, and golf courses will be allowed to reopen.
You'll see a large group of people around the Capitol later today on the same day the governor's initial emergency order was slated to expire. 2 groups, Reopen Wisconsin and Wisconsinites Against Excessive Quarantine, are holding what they're calling a freedom rally, which they say is a direct response to Governor Tony Evers' extended order. It will be similar to the protests we've seen all week long in other cities across the country. Governor Evers says the Capitol grounds have always been a part of exercising First Amendment rights, although he's encouraging anyone who does choose to attend to practice safe social distancing.
Thank you, Christina. There are now more than 5,000 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Wisconsin. 250 people have died. One of the places we're keeping an eye on this morning is a long-term care facility in Grant County. Officials say Orchard Manor in Lancaster has 17 of the county's 26 cases. 11 of those cases are residents. Another 6 are employees.
The Wall Street Journal reports about 1 out of every 5 COVID deaths in the U.S. have been nursing home residents, and many of those facilities are now looking for temporary immunity from potential civil lawsuits. Advocates say nursing homes don't want to be held liable for deaths that were beyond their control because of testing and PPE shortages.
I know how badly we all want our normal lives back. Believe me, if I could make that happen right now, I would.
Illinois will become the latest state to extend its stay-at-home order. Governor J.B. Pritzker will sign an extension to that order through May 30th with some modifications. Starting May 1st, the state will require everyone to wear face coverings in public. And similar to Wisconsin, Illinois will gradually start to reopen some non-essential businesses, including golf courses.
And as more states move to extend their stay-at-home orders, others are partially ending theirs. In Georgia, bowling alleys, tattoo parlors, and hair and nail salons can start reopening today. The president's current reopening guidelines say states should have a downward trajectory of COVID-19 cases over 2 weeks and have the ability to treat and test all patients and healthcare workers. Georgia hasn't accomplished either.
A $480 billion package aimed at helping small businesses and hospitals during the pandemic is now headed to the president's desk. The House voted yesterday to approve it after it passed the Senate earlier this week. President Trump has shown support for the bill and is expected to sign it.
Breaking overnight, Madison police are investigating after several people say they heard gunshots downtown. It happened just after 11 near Ingersoll and Jennifer Streets off of Lake Monona. Witnesses say they heard 2 gunshots and a gray 4-door sedan with Illinois plates leaving the area. Police say no one was hurt and no property was damaged. This morning, Milwaukee police officer Michael Mattioli is now free after posting a $50,000 bail. Multiple agencies responded to his home near 45th and Cleveland Sunday. A 25-year-old was found unresponsive there and was hospitalized with serious injuries. Mattioli is a 13-year veteran of that department and was off duty at the time of the incident.
In the NFL draft, the Packers have drafted a quarterback. Green Bay traded up a few spots to get Jordan Love from Utah State. Good-looking tape. He threw for 3,400 yards last season, 20 touchdowns. This is a similar situation when the Packers drafted Aaron Rodgers 15 years ago to back up Brett Favre.
All right, first there was the Dr. Fauci bobblehead. Now the National Bobblehead Museum is honoring governors on the front lines of the coronavirus fight. You might recognize one of them. The Milwaukee-based museum is paying tribute to Governor Evers. You can pre-order his bobblehead online, or you can get all 4. Also featured is Governor Cuomo of New York, Mike DeWine of Ohio, and Gavin Newsom of California.
6:55 right now. Let's take a look at the roads this morning. Still some fog out there, so keep that in mind as you head out the door. Those headlights are going to come in handy. A few delays on East Washington Avenue. Other than that, everything in the green. 4 minutes from the interstate to John Nolan Drive. But if you're heading into downtown this morning, you shouldn't have any problems. That's your first warn traffic.
And of course, we do have the stationary front still sitting back towards the south and west. That keeps the clouds around. An area of low pressure moving around along it will keep the shower chances around as we head into today. But most of those showers, folks, they're going to be well to our south. It will not be a washout. The shower chances that we see this morning are some of the greater shower chances that we'll have around today. 49 by lunchtime. We'll top out into the mid-50s later on this afternoon, but I expect there to be much more cloud cover than what you see showing up on Future Track here. But the clouds really begin to move in as we head into the overnight hours. Places like Monroe and Janesville could really get in on some shower activity into your Saturday morning. The clouds stick around with temperatures in the upper 50s for Saturday afternoon.
All right, protest coverage on channel3000.com today. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.